welcome back to another fucking phenomenal episode of the Boss Office podcast. Of course, as always, I'm your host, BJ Betros, President and CEO of Central Texas Specialty Construction, Project Manager slash Sales Manager of First Class Seamless Gutters. We got some long business names, folks. Bringing you another episode of the Boss's Office podcast. This one's going to be number 11. We've got, holy shit, 1 page, 2 page, 3 page, 4. Well, really, technically 3.5. But, got all this. And we've got a little bit of a Q&A coming in right afterwards. So, hope you're interested. I'm excited to be back. Hello again. I think this is actually going to turn out to be the 4th of July episode. So, Patriots, I love you, and I hope you enjoy.
I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving!
They call me the boss.
They're gonna need a fucking wrecking ball to take me out of here!
North Korea, once again, continuing to prove its incompetence in both avenues. Well, it's kind of really the combined avenue, but the two specific avenues of military and science. When today, or I believe it was yesterday, with the help of Japan, attempted to launch a spy satellite piggybacked on a rocket. Now, they don't even have intercontinental ballistic missiles. They don't even have those. So, I mean, in order to get something into space, the missile, the rocket you're using has to at least be intercontinentally capable. You know, it's got to be able to travel some distances, especially to go up into space, get out of the Earth's atmosphere. You know, this isn't about fucking rocket science today. This is about North Korea. And of course, it made it, 175 miles and splashed into the fucking ocean, into the Asian Pacific. Like, I ran past that and I just enjoyed it as a headline. Like I said, just once again, they're just making fools of themselves. Of course, everything that they do is going to be brought to the attention of the media. So, you'd figured that they'd put a little bit more effort into it. Fucking Kim Jung, oops. In other news, guys, Danny fucking Masterson. Now, if you're not familiar with who Danny Masterson is, I'm sure in recent news you've heard of his accusations and his trial in court. He's from The Ranch. He plays Ashton Kutcher's brother, and he's also in that 70s show. I didn't really watch that 70s show, to be honest with you. I haven't ever binged it, so I don't quite remember his name in that 70s, or his character's name. However, he's been charged on multiple counts of rape. I'm going to have to bleep that out. But multiple counts of it. If you want to hear what I said, you got to go to the Patreon. We're trying to be gentle here on YouTube, okay? I've already tried to get canceled once. Obviously, as you can tell, my attitude on being canceled has changed quite a bit. I don't care, to be honest with you, but I'm going to follow the guidelines so that way these videos reach out to as many motherfucking people as possible. Also, by the way, if you wouldn't mind, speaking of, taking a second to drop a comment of what you like, and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy the videos. It really means a lot. It's free. It takes 2 seconds. YouTube has somehow very conveniently combined it all together. You can click the fucking button right there. Subscribe, boom. You don't have to turn on the notifications. You can if you'd like to. I don't blow them up either way. So you'll be happy with us. Drop a like on the video. It's right there. You can even double tap it. Well, no, you can't. But drop a like on the video. It's also right there. It really mean a lot. And like I said, if you like it and you want to hear more, or if you would like one of your questions posted on here, because at the end of these videos, I'm going to start doing questions that I've received uh, over various matters. They could be very antithetical, they can be inquisitive, they can be one-liners. But the best ones that I decide, I'm going to throw on here and we're going to ask, and I'm going to do my best to give a appealing answer, a genuine but still appealing answer. And I'm not surprised about Danny Masterson's, you know, charges. To be honest with you, everybody from that era is kind of fucking creepy. Yeah, that just is what it is. Now, I don't remember, how many episodes back I said this. But we were talking about Purdue Pharma and the charges and having to pay. I think they said it was like $3 million in, or they received $3 million in severance for getting the world hooked on or getting the United States hooked on opiates and big pharma and really making big pharma exactly what it is today. And I hate to sound like that kind of weirdo that's talking about it, but I don't want to say pharmaceutical. Fuck it. Pharmaceutical companies are, killing it, unfortunately, and literally in the United States. They have been for a long time. There's something called the opioid epidemic. I believe, and I'll just quickly glaze over what I've already said in a couple podcasts, is I believe that both the Vietnam War and the war in Iraq were they were to get these drugs. They were seeing what made them zombies over yonder in the struggling, unfortunately, promised land. Shipped them back over here, made them legal, put fancy names on them, and put them in capsules, and started making profit off of it while just getting people hooked. In a consumer economy, the best way to ramp up spending so that way you can increase your budgets as a military is to make people sit down, put them in front of something to where you can just run information by them all day. And they just so happen to on the TV networks. And I'm not even going to go there. This isn't about that conspiracy. This is just about how I'm just kind of saying I told y'all so. The Sacker family, founders of Purdue Pharma, paid out $6 billion in a plea deal to protect themselves from litigation and filed bankruptcy on the company. I put a little note in here. What the fuck did I say literally 4 episodes ago? Nothing's going to happen to them. They just received a fuck ton of money. Now they're just giving it back. Like I said, I've already said this. Go refer back to, I'll edit it in, episode I can't remember. But I've said this before. I've spoken about this before. Motherfuckers. There's guys selling weed and they're getting like 10, 20 years for weed. Right? Not even killing people, not even doing anything bad. Just weed. And these motherfuckers, they get the money. They get a loan. They get a bailout loan. Oh, here you go. Here's $5 billion. I know you've got that couple extra. Pay it out. All right, we can't sue you. There's no litigation. That should be worth all these lives that you've claimed and are still working on claiming right fucking now. Outside of that, I'm going to bring the spirits up a little bit and inform you folks a little bit. The recording of at least the beginning of this episode right here on July 1st, folks. San Francisco and New York are fucking dangerous places this month. Dangerous places. You wanna know why? So be careful, because especially if we're fine. We're good here. We're in Texas. I don't plan on going to Austin this month, especially during the couple days that they have the parade. No problem with it. We're away from it. Hear ye, hear ye. However, If you're questioning things, folks, be careful out there because it's the month that you could probably get got. There's gay vampires everywhere. There's just gay vampires flamboyantly flying around, and they've got butt plug tails in and bat ears on. Look at my teeth. Look at my sharp bat teeth. So, be careful about. Be careful about. Be careful out there. Oh, you fucking weirdos. One more time, it's officially summertime. Officially. Okay? Here's my second safety tip. First one, watch out. Second one, it is summertime. All right? And I know a bunch of you motherfuckers are hard workers. All of us are. Okay? It's kind of the reason why you're here. You got to stay hydrated. All right? If it's over 90 degrees, the state of Texas is, and OSHA, everybody, the occupational, yeah, it's OSHA. They're allowing 10-minute breaks every hour to take you a second, find some shade, cool off, drink a bunch of water, eat a banana or something, get some potassium, some electrolytes, drink a Gatorade, do whatever you need to do once on the hour. They're not mandated. I think that they should be, especially if you're not like in a covered area, you're working outside. I'd still recommend taking you a little bit, just a minute to catch your breath, take a second, get you a drink, and then keep going. But it's hot. Keep your lunches light. That'll just help you feel better during the last half of the day, because we all know you get fucking too steaming hot working, you eat a fat lunch, you're not worth a shit. You just want to go to sleep, and it's fucking hot outside, and you're like, ugh. It just makes it hell. Keep them light. If you start to get disoriented, dizzy, you stop sweating, you get the cold sweats, the chills, seeing stars, get lethargic, just not feeling well, stop immediately. Stop what you're doing. Okay? Stop what you're doing. Put your shit down. Go get some shade. Go drink something cold. Cool off for a second. Take your hat off if you're wearing a hat. Hit some shade and just cool off. Take a couple breaths. Let your body temperature drop back down a little bit. Stop. Okay? I would rather y'all have to take 30 10-minute breaks, 35-minute breaks, just so I can, like, here in the line of construction, if you're doing shit the right way, you give a fuck about your crews, okay? Obviously, they're doing the down and dirty for you. You're obviously helping them out. So I would rather y'all be be safe and survive and not damage your brain or clot or stroke or heart attack while you're on the job. Your health and safety is more important, to be honest, to me, especially in the conditions that we have to work in Texas. So we give our guys the opportunity to take a breath, take a second, take a break, and I recommend you do the same thing. So if you truly appreciate your guys, don't fucking work them tooth and nail, especially when it's going to be 101, 102 plus the heat index. No fucking wind. It's in Texas. It's going to be pretty dry. Actually, it's going to be kind of soupy and humid, so that's even worse. So make sure y'all stay fucking hydrated. Okay? Heat stroke it's for real serious. Like I was just saying, it's not something that I like to fuck around with, and it's not something I would recommend y'all try to fuck around with. We're not sponsored by them yet, but like Frog Togs, they're the real fucking deal. Throw them in the cooler, get them wet, throw them in the cooler, keep them there. Take your hat off during your break, put them on your head, get your temperature cooled down a little bit, get you relaxed. Like I said, they're the real fucking deal. Big hat, sombrero, bucket hat, one of those golf hats, whatever you want to do. Keep your ears and your eye and your face and head out of the heat, out of the direct heat at least. Long sleeve dry fits, breathable long sleeves. They'll keep you not one cooler because it deflects the direct hit of the UV and all that stuff from the sun that really heats you up. That's why you see workers still out, the neons, they're dry fit. It's not that they're hot, it's that it really keeps you cooler because you've got a little layer of sweat in your jeans and your sleeves all the way up you, and the when you're walking around, moving around, that just keeps you cooled down, keeps you breezy, and it keeps you out of the direct sun, so you're not going to get hotter due to sunburn. Just stay out of it. Um, yeah. Um, yeah. Be safe. It's about to get hot. Keep working hard, but don't be stupid. And take care of your people, but keep working hard. Yeah, shit. I believe it's time to run advertisements. As motherfucking always, this podcast is sponsored by Frontline Fall Protection, the latest and greatest in worker fall safety with a patented design and now used by the U.S. military. Ooh, eagles. I'm saluting. There's eagles. I'm gonna edit in a flag behind me. Don't hit the ground. Keep working. Save your balls. Prevent clots. Don't get constricted, etc. Doesn't that just sound nice? Doesn't that sound like how safety should be? You're safe. You're protected. You're not gonna die. You're not gonna break any bones if you fall, and it's not gonna it's not gonna hurt you to prevent those things either. So it's a win-win. It's a one-time buy. It comes with the warranty. Come on, we use them. I'm not even bullshitting you. We use them. So link is in the description if you want to check out that. Get some and stay fucking safe with Frontline Fall Protection, motherfuckers. As always, this motherfucking podcast is brought to you by Central Texas Specialty Construction, myself, and First Class Seamless Gutters, and produced, edited, and presented by Gas House Productions. CTSC, FCSG, you can check us out online. We both have websites. You can check us out on Facebook. We've got link trees. First Class Seamless Gutters has a new TikTok that's bussin', etc., etc. Go find us. Send us an inquiry, and we can set you up with a consultation. All of our consultations across both companies are 1,000% free. We come back with 1 and 5 year warranties. Our materials come with manufacturer warranties for a lifetime. So, if any of that appeals to you, and you need anything constructed, you need water abated from your construction, you want a rainwater collection system, you need a brand new road, we can do it. Whole property services brought to you by Central Texas Specialty Construction and First Class Seamless Gutters. Gas House Productions is our independent media label. We work to allow artists and creators an umbrella and a canvas of protection, as well as the freedom to create and release whatever you wish. You got to make your own decisions. All we're going to do is allow you a safe space, a protective layer, and so, a mediator between you and your dreams. So we don't even take a percentage off. You're independent. You make your own money. You make your own decisions. We just do whatever we want to do to get you to that point. Whatever we have to do to get you to that point. So check us out on Facebook. Check us out on Instagram. It's kind of small for right now. However, email us for inquiries, and that email is in my YouTube channel description. I'll also put it right here. Folks, the numbers are like kangaroo fucking jack right now, okay? They're like kangaroo jack. I don't even, look at this. Look how old mine is. I don't even have a fucking new hat yet. And you motherfuckers are buying them all off me. It's jumping. I just had to order a new fucking supply. We're out of hats. Fucking, I'm fresh. I've got my displays and I'm fresh the fuck out. All right, you guys sucked it dry, so keep it going. I am also going to release. I'm not going to give you a date yet. I'm going to get you hyped up. We are releasing some t-shirts also on the-office-store.myshopify.com. I'm going to put that right here as well. Shirts of each of the individual episodes. I'm going to take out, we'll put the Boss's Office podcast somewhere else so it's not directly in the middle. But if that interests you, if you like any of those, I think that they're fucking iconic. They're going to look like the old sick ass 80s, 90s race car shirts. I'm going to have them screen printed. They're going to be nice. So if you want those are going to be up on the website. They're also going to be $20 a pop. Long sleeves are going to be $30 a pop. Check those out. One more time. It's right down here. But if you're just listening to it, it is the dash bosses dash office dash store dot myshopify.com. Go get your motherfucking merch. And thank you for those who have already purchased some merch. Finally, last but not least, save one of the greatest for last. Of course, the Boss Office Podcast is on Patreon. Like always, we've got a fuck ton of hours. If you want the unedited version, uncensored version, check it out on Patreon. $3 a month, $5 a month. Ask us a couple questions, get you a free hat after the 4th month, or a free shirt now. Probably both, actually. You know what? Not even probably. If you maintain your subscription for at least 4 months, you'll get a free CTSC hat and a free The Boss's Office shirt, short sleeve. No drinks. No drinks. I can't do it.
Free hot dogs for life! No drinks. No drinks.
However, if you want to continue to watch the Boss Office Podcast, you want to ask some questions that are going to be in the episode for sure. All of your questions that you ask from the Patreon will be in the episodes now from now on. From now on. You ask a question in the Spotify Q&A or the Patreon, you get it fucking answered. Okay? How does that sound? Cool? Because I think it sounds pretty fucking cool too. So, patreon.com, the Boss's Office Podcast. We've got a bunch of good shit there, okay? Got a bunch of good shit. What can I say? We piss excellence. Check it the fuck out. Back to the episode. So, folks, obviously, I try to at least slightly educate myself on things. I try to greatly educate myself on the things that I'm going to fully dive into, but I try to just know just a little bit more every single day. I don't push to try and learn a whole subject. I don't try to cram. I can't do any of that. My brain doesn't work that way. But the world itself has been obviously a fucking crazy place, just like it's always been. It's no different. You look back at the 40s, 50s, people thought the world were going to end. They were living in poverty, dirt floors, there were cicadas everywhere, there was dust storms, it was bad. Great Depression. You've got, wars still, Vietnam. It's crazy place. It always has been. Before that, people were nomadic and trying to take over the entire world and killing and pillaging and raping and all that bad. I mean, it's been crazy. Always. Now there's school shootings and trans and what the fuck's going on? Sebastian the crab is black now. Like, what the fuck is this? No, I'm just kidding. I don't care. It's a joke. You've got the fucking New World Order, the Illuminati, we've got aliens, you've got corruption, greed, actors being seen for what they actually are. Danny Masterson, fucking weirdo. This is why I love comedy. I love G. I love my family. I love my mother, my father. I love my brother. But when I say I love comedy, it's not like I don't love it like I love them. It's like I'm saying I love it like I love the beach during a sunset. I don't give a fuck how you think that sounds. I'm salt life. All right, it's dope. Drink. You're shit hammered. You're looking at your girlfriend's hot ass, and there's a sunset, and you're by a beach. I mean, you get sunrises up in the mountains. That cool crisp air. You hear elk bugling. You see a moose. It's beautiful. That type of feeling is how I feel about comedy. This is my ode to comedy, I guess you could say. To me personally, I believe that it is nowadays the purest form of entertainment. I really don't think you can get more pure anymore, especially with the way that social media works, the internet, the countless ways that you can reach out to people and get in front of people, and them have eyes on you. it, it really it makes you it makes you have to maintain purity within it, because if you're lying or if you're bullshitting, if it's fake, unless you're just a very good storyteller, and unless that's what you know attempt to lead on, then it's gonna get found out. Like it's too everything's too wide in the open, especially when you present yourself out in that sense. Especially since people look to comedians, look to comedy for that sense of release. They don't want some bullshit. They want something that's real. That's what makes people laugh. That's what makes the most people laugh. Of course, you got people who are giggly with good senses of humor that aren't too terribly dry, and you can make them laugh with the movie references, like shitty movie references, not good movie references. You know what I'm saying. I won't go any deeper than that, but it's like, I know the mic didn't pick it up, but the weenie is fucking up our food bowl right now. But anyway, uh, it forces you to expose your impurities, and refine those, and basically, you know, for a lot of people, it's a fear in and of itself. And I'm the type of individual that likes to go after my fears. I like to tackle them, uh, as much as I can. Like I don't enjoy feeling fear, so I like to do everything that I can to prove to myself that there's no reason why I'm feeling said fear. Does that make sense? So it's an avenue that all men, women, boys, girls, squirrels, dogs, walks of life, doesn't matter what color you are, who you are, where you are, when you are, what you identify as, it doesn't fucking matter. It does not matter. You're all coming together for one goal. You're all working towards it. And that one thing is to get that big laugh. It's to get the laugh. It's to find the button inside of somebody, multiple people, and press it, but from a direction that they weren't expecting. I'm not going to reveal the secrets of it, but it's a group in a niche, or niche. It's a family, really, of people who all want to learn. Uh, they want to learn from each other. They want to learn from their audiences. Um, the good ones, the ones who are going to turn out good, the ones who are going to outlast, or the ones who truly just care about being more knowledgeable and are dedicated to that craft, to sharpening that sword. Because that really is what it is. There's a bunch of people who use that as as terminology, sharpening your, and I understand it. Sharpen my knives all the fucking time. So that's just another knife in your arsenal that you have to sharpen. And you can even look at it as, you can take that down to the microscopic level of it and say it as, each one of those jokes you're refining into a cold, sharp blade that will cut anybody. It'll get to them. It'll break through even the most stern of people, somebody who's in a bad mood, something that's that refined but doesn't seem like it. It's still off the top of your head. It's a unique idea to you, and it could be a similar or familiar question or topic or idea that somebody has been stewing on, but you're taking it, and you're taking that view, that common view that you two have in similarity, that common view, as I just said, and you're misdirecting it, and you're tweaking it, and you're making it into a metaphor. You're making it into some insane, form of deception from that initial topic that nobody's expecting. Sometimes not even you're expecting. And I'm not talking about improv, because you can comedians have brought improv over into stand-up with crowd work. That's the improvisation. You can also improvise on stage and just bring yourself up a list of topics and just go from it. If you got to be really good, but comfortable, really. But anyway, it's a place for people to be themselves. It's a It's an umbrella. It's a safe space. It's a a no-fly zone for you know. It's a community, a tight knit, well-rounded, very diverse community because everyone can do it. Literally everyone. Everyone can try it. Everyone can be funny. Everyone can be funny in their own right. You're not going to be funny to everybody. Don't get me wrong. You're never going to be funny to everybody. But to the people who appreciate it, you can refine it, and that hard work in and of itself and can prove to you and prove to those people who admire it and appreciate it that that is the recipe for success in comedy. I know that's bleak, but I just think the world needs some more camaraderie. I think I think we can make it happen. I'm not saying I think that the world needs to be comedy fans because that's you don't want to oversaturate things. But the thing is that I want it to like the butterfly comedy. I want it to be a butterfly effect. I genuinely think it should be more of a butterfly effect as opposed to it being a a bill or a law that's enacted. You know what I'm saying? No, no. I think it should be something that if you it is currently something that if you have the means to do it, you can get to a step, you can get to a mic, you can whatever. There's one close to you. In our instance, we're making a scene, so we're working from the dirt here. But that's everyone can do it. You can have a bar that your buddy owns, and you can say, "Hey, let me use this corner for 2 hours a night, and I'll charge a cover. Make sure everybody gets drunk. We'll be dirty, so that way it's funny, and so on and so forth, and fucking make him some money." Build a community, and then once you get enough money and the audience gets too big, and you move to a different location. Keep your buddy on board. Make him the manager of the bar. And then once you do that and word gets out and you start getting a huge audience, start calling out headlining comedians and set yourself up for your community to be expanded even further by a wider audience. And just keep it growing that way. There's a lot of ways you can do it organically. You just have to set the things in motion, and that's why I'm saying comedy, it in and of itself can be a butterfly effect. Another way it's a butterfly effect is that we can make a joke here that somehow gets across the world. They make a joke to somebody who hasn't had they make that joke to somebody who doesn't have the same access to it. That creates the game of telephone because now that's that other person's favorite joke, but they've never even heard of it, and then they're spreading it to people who same things happen, and then it just becomes it's infectious. It's a disease. It's if you got something that's really fucking funny, it's gonna spread because everybody likes to laugh. People, it's one of the things that you're comfortable with laughing until it hurts, until it gets uncomfortable. It's laughter. The fuck? Everybody needs it. You can't live so stern and stoic. You end up dying at 33 and fucking guys. It's weird. So, yes, I listened to Hermes Trismegistus's book, bitch. Fucking quote me on that. So that was my little spiel. That was my wow. I really thought that was longer than it was. A little 15-minute spiel on comedy. Um, I'm gonna dive into the questions and see where this takes us, and we'll finish out the show from there. Alrighty, so we've got a few. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Got a few questions. Quite a few questions, actually. So I'm just going to go through them. We're not going to say the names. You'll know if you ask this question or not. Number 1. I like these. Is cereal soup? Why or why not? I'm going to kind of write these down as I go. Is cereal soup? I don't know if it's just because I'm in the condition that I'm under right now. I have never thought about that. I don't think I've ever been asked that fucking question. Is cereal soup? Is it a cold soup? I mean, it's. What is the definition of soup? All right, it is a liquid dish typically made by boiling meat, fish, or vegetables in stock or water. Yeah. A liquid dish typically made by boiling meat, fish, or vegetables, etc., in stock or water. So boiling something in something. So if we're going off the literal definition of soup, obviously it's not a fucking. Obviously cereal is not fucking soup. Cereal is named cereal because it's like the cereal grains are like wheat, oats, barley. But I don't think you use that in cereal. But you like so on and so forth. The cereal grains, um, and it's in milk. I don't know. I don't know the backstory behind cereal. And I might be getting a little too depth into this, but I'm stoned, so fuck off. Uh, fuck. Is cereal soup? I mean, cereal is cereal. Soup is soup. Cereal is not boiled. However, it is soaked. And you consider cereal pretty soupy because milk is kind of dense. You don't drink cereal with water. I've drinking cereal with beer though, once. Just to say I did it. Don't try it. It's not fucking good. But final answer, yeah. Cereal's just fucking cold soup. It's cold soup. Next question. What secret conspiracy would you like to start? Ooh. Shit, y'all know I love starting conspiracies. What secret conspiracy? That's a good one. Let's see. What secret conspiracy? Bill Clinton killed people. You know he killed that guy once, right? Y'all know that, right? Bill Clinton killed a bunch of people. That's my answer to what secret conspiracy would you like to start? So keep this low key, shh, on the hush, but he did hit that dude with his car and a lady. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. What's the weirdest smell you have ever smelled? Oh, God. What's the weirdest smell? What's the weirdest smell? I'm gonna have to answer this in what's the weirdest smell? What kind of fucking. The weirdest smell. Smelled some smells. Smelled some smells that were smelly. But the weirdest, I'm gonna have to categorize this. The weirdest smell I've smelled organically out into the in the wild was the weirdest. It doesn't say worst, just the weirdest. I've worked a bunch of trades, built swimming pools, serviced them, HVAC, fucking the service industry, restaurants, sales at a outdoor store, uh, welding, construction. So on and so forth. Muriatic acid is the craziest. It's not the weirdest, one of them, but it's the craziest smell I've ever smelled. Muriatic acid is one of them. Don't go out and try to smell it, please. Like, seriously, don't. It's fucking terrible. You gotta have a respirator on. It'll fucking, the vapor of it, the direct vapor will fucking eat your lungs. It's seriously, it's bad. Don't, it's bad. So the craziest is muriatic acid. Another one out in the wild would be if you've ever been to a Schlitterbahn, that smell of fucking mildew. Oh, because they used to have those like mats. Oh, fuck. There it is. Those Schlitterbahn, like water park. Ugh. Did y'all hear me lose my voice right there? Water park. Floor mat. Mildew. By far, weirdest smell I've ever smelled. By far. What is something that everyone looks stupid doing? I got a couple things to this one too. Out of context, when you see somebody out in public that you know and you're walking towards them to greet them, I feel like being a bystander to that is fucking like I feel like both of you just look like complete douchebags because y'all it's one of those things to where you're not, if you're in the moment, I'm looking at you, I'm walking towards you. We're not focused on what our face looks like because our brain is registering who this person is as we're walking up to them, what we're about to say. I just feel like we all look like complete idiots walking up to greet somebody that we know. Cause you'll have that instance where you're like, you dirty motherfucker, and you're making a weird face, and everybody else around you is like, what the fuck? What have y'all gotten into? Who are these guys? Do I need to look over my shoulder constantly? There's that, and I saw an episode of Family Guy. They were making fun of me, fucking vaping. How much of an idiot you look like when you're vaping. Like, and Chris is like, no, I look cool when I'm doing it. And Lois is like, no, you don't. You look like a fucking dumbass. And he's like, she goes, here, let me show you. And he rips it. And the picture, he's like, what, making the face I just look like there. So I try to, I try to smoke it for the e-cigarette that it is. It's more like an e-cigar to me. Twist it around in my fingers like a cigarette, like I'm trying to write something in the smoke. But yeah, something's gonna kill us all one day, so fuck it. I ain't stopping. Vaping. That's my answer. Last motherfucking question. Let's see. Hmm. Toilet paper, over or under? I haven't talked about this yet. I've heard this talked about quite a bit. Toilet paper, over or under? Two parts to this. Because you can ask somebody over or under two different. You ask somebody if they go over the ass, the reach around, or if they go under the ass. And to be honest with you, I'm gonna be dead ass honest with you guys. Answer to question one, part one of this question. Over on the spool, okay? It's coming over the spool. If you got it behind the spool, it's gonna hit the fucking ground, and now you're wiping your ass with whatever the fuck was on somebody's foot who was standing right there, and I just don't like it. I don't give a fuck what was on my hands. I'm wiping my ass with that because it's still my biology. It's not somebody else's. I'm not gonna get the salmonella through my fucking asshole. Second, over the fuck. For one, I'm just gonna keep it modest for the YouTube. And I'll edit out the second part of this for the YouTube, and I'll keep it for the Patreon. But I wipe over. I do the reach around because what are you gonna fucking wipe towards your ball sack and then just kind of shove it back up in? No. I wipe from the around from the balls towards the back. Okay? And then you get a wet wipe when you're done to make sure everything's fucking good to go. You wash your hands. You're done. You're done. The fuck you think I am, shoving the poop back into my asshole, or worse, on my balls? I got a big package, so I gotta go like way under. So it's just more convenient to go over. What is this, fucking preschool? Get the squatty potty. Keep a pack of wet wipes. It'll last you a fucking month. Oh, you only need one. Wipe with the regular toilet paper. Make sure the toilet paper's not a mess. I don't want to be wiping with this shit. I need that fucking 11 ply. Don't get me wrong. And then, like I said, whenever you think the toilet paper comes back clean, hit it with the wet wipe and get the fuck out of there. The wet wipe was too moist. Dry it up with one more piece. I don't know what to tell you. You fucking... What is this? Keep it going. Go. Think this is. Also, I'm not shitting in public unless it's an absolute emergency. Unless it's about to run down the insides of my legs, I'm bringing it to the house. I'm sorry. That's just how I am. I like to shit in silence and in peace. I don't want to sit. I can't. I'm not gonna. Ugh. The men's bathrooms are fucking horrible. Unless it's like a truck stop bathroom, that's my recommendation. If it is an emergency, I'm still making sure I'm getting to a truck stop bathroom. Okay? I'm not going in the subway, fuck that, and I'm not going to the Mexican restaurant. I don't want to feel somebody else's ass warmth unless it's my girlfriend's. Sorry. There's just something about it. It's the same thing when I don't like the toilet paper going under because I don't want it to hit the floor. Same thing. That's like, to me, that's like sitting on the floor. It's worse than the old toilets where everybody just came and shit over the same old hole. Honestly, that's better. But still, fuck. Answer one, over. What the fuck do you think I am, a caveman? Keep it clean. Somebody might come over and suck your balls. The fuck? Over. Over times two. The roll better be coming, the pieces better be coming over the fucking roll, and I'm reaching around because I'm not fucking, ugh. You people fucking disgust me. Fuck. Yeah, I just got y'all just made me lose my fucking appetite. So I'm ending the episode. No, that's not the reason why. But I am going to go ahead and wrap it up, folks. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it too. One more time, please make sure you're leaving a like if you enjoyed the video. Drop a comment down, ask a question. I'm going to put those questions in a hat from the YouTube comments. You got to subscribe to the Patreon to get your questions guaranteed. Go buy a hat. If you don't think you heard everything correctly or you missed out on a couple things, go ahead and rewind. I'm going to put the advertisements in the fucking in the time code. You heard me? Thank you once again. Happy July, Patriots. And shit, I don't know what to tell you. Let's make love, not babies. See you on the flip.